Hi gang, Marion back for day 16 of the Costco Wine Advent-ure Advent Calendar. Today we are going to Greece and we are trying a grape that I've never even heard of nor had. Okay, let's jump right in. So we are going to be trying the blue Serena today. This is a blend of Kotsifali and Syrah. If you look at the back here, you can see the blending notes. We've got 55% Costifali and 45% Syrah. Remember to scan that QR code. If you're drinking along, it will take you to day 16 on the website. And if you don't have the set, I will drop the link in the description for you to follow along. Okay, let's jump right in. Greece has been producing wine for over 9,000 years. It's very embedded in their culture. And today we're going to hone in specifically on Crete and not the whole country as a whole. Now, the reason why we're going to hone in on Crete is because the Kotsifali is predominantly grown in the area of Herculane, which is an island of Crete. So the Kotsifali grape grows very, very well there. It is a Mediterranean climate, so hot, long summers, warm, long autumns, and very quick, mild winters. This grape is a light-skinned red grape. It produces a very dry red wine that's very light in color, but high in alcohol content. It has very soft tannins and is very acidic. So it's not going to be very drinkable on its own. So instead, they're going to use that as a blending grape. Typical aromas from that grape are red cherries, cranberries, sour cherry, and white pepper. And if you were to pair it by itself, it would go with rich meat dishes, casseroles, sausages, and hearty roasts. But now let's talk about Syrah. Now you can find Syrah all over the world. France, Italy, Spain, Greece. But you can also find it in Australia. In Australia, it's called Shiraz and not Syrah. Now, they think the name Syrah came from the city of Syracuse from Greece. But there's been a lot of, discussion on where it came from and where it's actually from. I will let you do your own research on that, but you kind of go down a rabbit hole when you start talking about it. All right, now Syrah creates some of the darkest and full body red wines in the world. It's got medium plus tannins and acidity. So it's going to pack a really big punch. The notes on this can be tart or jammy, blackberry and blueberry, and savory black olive. Now, what's interesting about the Syrah, right up front, it has that big punch, but it does not have a long-lasting mouthfeel or a taste. So Syrah is typically blended as well. So Syrah and the Kotsifali grape are perfect for each other in this wine. It will give it the longer mouthfeel, it will give it more body, more structure, and give you more flavors and really pump up that Kotsifali. Syrah will typically pair with blue cheese, burgers, and barbecues because it does have smoky notes. Now, let's go ahead and jump in. First, I want to show you guys the beautiful, beautiful color of this wine. It's this gorgeous ruby color, almost the same color as the foil around the neck. But it's beautiful. Look at that. You get all these different notes of red. You get like purples, dark red, ruby, light red right there on the top. Very, very beautiful. So let's give it a swirl, get it opened up a little bit, and let's go ahead and see what's on the bouquet. Right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of smokiness. I mean, you can just smell the smokiness. It smells like a bonfire. Lots of berry and spicy notes as well. You pick up like a lot of pepper, specifically white pepper, which we mentioned from the Kotsifali. Whew. right off the bat, you get hit with a big punch of spice, but you also get that gushy, mouth-watering sensation from under the palate from the acidity. So this one, really producing that mouth-watering effect. So lots of spice right up front, like we just talked about. You get some boysenberry. You get, some sort of berry. Blueberry, blackberry, boysenberry. Very, very good. Remember to swish. Let it hit all over your palate. You want it to hit your cheeks, the front of your teeth, your tongue, all over the place, back of your mouth. It's very, very smoky. The light, leathery mouthfeel. Like you get this leather feel right here on the sides of your tongue. But you maintain this strip of, sour berry right down the center. And then you still have that mouth-watering feel. But you get a lot of smoke, almost like a very well-stoked fire. Those pieces of wood are turning into ash and coal. That's what it really reminds me of. Like as soon as I take a sip of this, I'm like, reminds me of like a hearth or a fire. Like you're ready to cook. Like think about the Greeks. They love food. They love to cook. So this wine really gets me in the mood for cooking, but also for those beautiful smells of fire. Okay. Sweet berry notes. Let's talk about this. This was really interesting when I first tried this wine. So if you're drinking this along with me, just go ahead and lick your teeth. Like the berry flavors grab on to your teeth, and they're just so pucker power and sweet cherry. It's delicious. But it's just so interesting how it snags on to the front of your mouth, because even like the front of your lips pick up those notes. And it's very, very interesting. This is going to be your stinky cheese wine. So you can go with your bigger pungent cheeses. You can go with your blue cheese. You can go with your brie. You can go, like I said, go stinky cheese with this one. This will also pair with your steaks, your heavier cuts of meats, your stews. But this is also a great wine. Have this with your burgers. Have it with your barbecue. It'd be perfect for that. Prime rib for Christmas. This would go great with it. Also, it goes really good with gingerbread men. My kids left me one on the counter. I snagged it while I was trying this wine, and they go fantastic together. So gang, if you remember from yesterday's video, we accidentally popped out 16 and 15 together, so it's already popped out, but you can see it's cute little pine cones and pine tree. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. As they say in Greece, anito sas, which is goodbye. Cheers.